Welcome into the program, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio. I am Scott Beason. It is a beautiful day here in the heart of God's country. It is a Wednesday, the 20th day of May in the year of our Lord 2026. I hope you've had a good morning, and I hope the last 21 hours have gone well as well. Well, the elections occurred last night, the primary elections on the Democrat side and the Republican side here in the state of Alabama. And as is usually the case on a Wednesday, not only is Sky here, Big Sky Mountain Mosley, and myself, he's making sure, looking around, checking everything out, making sure everything is working right so that we can broadcast to as many people as we can across the globe. And Eubank is also with me. It turns out really, really well that she is here the day after the elections. I've been on the phone a good bit this morning with people around. And it's kind of been an up and down kind of thing. Election nights for me are, I don't know, they're tough. They're really tough, mostly because some of the people running I know personally. Some of them I know their background story. Some of them I know who they really are. And then so when elections occur, I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And then Ann was helping me this morning when she got here, because she is like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and not upset about it at all. I was telling Sky before the show began that Ann's like, well, yeah, I mean, hey, the house is on fire, but it's very warm.
And Sky said all the roaches are dying.
Yeah, killing all the roaches
Killing
and
all the roaches.
the rats and. So it's a mixed bag. We'll go through a number of these races and what happened here on the show today. But let's get it all started with, how are you, Sky? You doing good this morning?
Doing well. Had a little problem with the air conditioner yesterday.
The one at home?
Yeah.
Is that the one? No, it was the heat that was out.
Yeah,
the fan was it the fan motor? Now the air is out.
Yeah, we're having a little trouble. With
is the blower again, or is it the
compressor?
I
think it's a capacitor.
Capacitor is easy.
Yeah, they can replace
somewhat
that.
easy.
It just happened so late that there wasn't.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this, and people will get mad. Look, I don't know who my advertisers are down there in the river region, all of them, but locally in my area, I can go to the store and get a capacitor for my unit, and it's like $60.
Yeah.
Or I can say, you know what? I will burn up for 24 more hours, and it's $20 from that company that's going to take over the whole entire world. And you know what? I always complain. I'm like, you know what? I would go to the local store if they were just a little more, if they were just half as much. I'm with you. I know you got to pay for bricks. You got people here. I love you. God bless you. But if you're 3 times as high, how am I supposed to make that work in my mind?
I suffer with the guilt from ordering from the.
Do you? From the big,
yeah.
The big river store. That's what we call it. Big River Inc.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, well,
so did you order something from Big River Inc. to come here today?
No, we've got to diagnose it completely first. But I got a guy.
You got a guy that'll come. Hey, look, if you weren't so far away, I'm almost a guy when it comes to comes to HVAC.
Okay, well,
because
I'm not.
My guy has taught me so much through the years. My what is the thing? There's a movie about a robot or something made out of spare parts. My unit is way older than it's supposed to be.
Mine too.
But he says, look, Scott, there's only a handful of parts. These things are not made of a bunch of stuff. So, but they're changing that. They're trying to make HVAC units like cars.
Where you can't work
on them, and they have a master board, and if it's all not hooked up with the right stuff, if everything's not compliant, it doesn't work, and all kind of crazy stuff like that. I just want you to make it work.
Yeah, I don't need it to time travel or make coffee or anything. I just need heating and cooling.
I just need heating and cooling.
And hopefully
children.
Uh-oh, Ann's telling us. What is it?
You have to have a smart air conditioner for them to be able to cut it off when they don't want you to have it.
Oh, when I'm using too much power and they've got to move it down to the data center?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Because, I mean, and they can look out for my health, too, because I have heard that we really keep our homes too cool.
Oh, yeah.
And we would be better off if it was up closer to 80. And so they could do that for us, too,
Okay.
right?
Yes,
you
they
you want to
can.
fight? Okay, that's it. That's my hill.
You're going to die on
You
that
start
one?
you start messing with my air conditioning in
The
July in
warmer
Alabama.
you are,
It's
the
coming.
more angry you are.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Oh, so they don't keep you cool.
Yeah, but
Well,
Wait in the waiting room.
after they erase the people who are the potential leaders of the rebellion,
well,
then everybody else will just be at their home hot
Yes.
and mad.
you know, I mean, we can go off on this. Look, there's 1% who control us,
Okay.
5% who understand they control us.
No, wait. Of the 5% who understand they control us, what percentage of them are in league with the controllers?
No, that's the 4%.
Okay, you're coming to it. Okay.
Yeah, 4% are in league with the controllers.
Mm-hmm.
5% are me and you,
Okay.
and then the other 90% are just blind.
Is that high,
Yes,
Ann?
it is. It's
Sounds
that
about
high.
right.
Yeah.
Really? You think it's the right, Scott?
I think it sounds about right.
Yep.
I do.
So
My
only
personal experience.
10% of the people have any idea
Mm-hmm.
what. So in Alabama, every single one of them listens to this show. If you're comparing the numbers
check
in the
out.
state of Alabama, that's
Yeah.
that's probably close.
So looking at who won and who lost,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think the 90% voted on?
They probably voted just like we did. Oh, you mean the 90%? Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking
Not
the
the
10.
5%.
The 5% voted like us. The 90% voted based on the mail pieces that came to their house, how they feel,
How about the commercials?
the commercials, yes.
Yep.
But the commercials are, I like to call them the bless his heart syndrome.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Democrats that live next door to you
Okay.
that are your friends, but
Mm-hmm.
they're there. I had five.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 houses on our street.
Okay.
5 of the houses had Doug Jones signs in their yards.
Really? I mean,
And-
you live in a nice neighborhood.
Yes, and I'm
Well, it's
like,
easy to be that.
I'm
if
like,
you live there.
I talk to these people every day or every other day. You know, sometimes I'm not a big
Right.
neighbory person, but I know who they are and know where they
Right.
come from. And they're for Doug Jones. Of course, I didn't say anything because
Right.
I fly my Trump flag and my American flag.
Well, that's why they put their little sign out.
Yeah, I'm
Because
sure
you have
they
yours.
I didn't put any.
So do those liberal white women run the roost at their houses?
I don't know, but they're all.
I mean, it could be the
members-
man. I mean, the man could
that's-
be like, I'm
yeah.
for Doug Jones.
I know one of them is from California, so they're they have.
Explains that one.
Yeah, I understand.
Did
that
they
one.
did they force them to move here? I mean, like,
No.
was it a prison sentence or did they
Yeah.
move here on their own?
Yeah.
And they came here from California and said, let's do to Alabama what we did
Yeah.
in California.
Yeah. So
It's
you know,
literally locusts.
it's really weird to see how people don't understand what Democrats do.
It is.
Yeah. But they're going to make it better. I mean, they've solved a lot of problems, and people were meaner and harsher. I mean, their kindness.
Yeah. Okay. But they're nice people to talk to them one on one.
They
But-
really are.
But my next door neighbor, when I get political phone calls in the backyard all the time when she's there, and she just looks at me like, "Who are you?"
What is
bet.
wrong with you?
She's overhearing your conversations. Ann?
Yes.
Oh, it's a
She
wonder
should-
she hadn't called the SWAT team.
She should listen to the show. We got to
Yeah.
take a real quick break, and we will be back after this.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politician.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back into the program, everybody. Alabama Unfiltered Radio. I brought my sticker. I stuck it on this new T-shirt. This is not the T-shirt I wore yesterday. I don't even have my black commentator's robe on because I was so disheveled this morning, but I'm going to put it back on. It just rotated to Ann. But so where are we, Sky? What are your feelings on the election before we go through here and tell you where everybody is and who won what? And because it's not the easiest to find. I mean, you can go to the Secretary of State's office, but you got to scroll and scroll.
Turnout is always important factor to look at in these elections. In the city of Montgomery,
Yes.
I understand we had about 30%.
Hey, that's strong.
It's not too bad.
That's
It's not
better
bad.
than the statewide numbers.
Statewide was
That's-
23.11% right now.
Okay.
23. Okay, that's unofficial, but that's trusted source.
Okay.
So
what
what
I'm
race
saying.
in Montgomery was bringing them out?
Well, it could be. We have a local character running for governor,
Okay.
Jamal Brown, and I don't know how much that had to do with it, but that's my best guess.
He got
'cause I really-
15,692 votes.
Yeah, I think a lot of those came from certainly the
Montgomery.
River region. Yeah,
Now, who was Will Boyd? He ended up coming in second on the Democrat side for governor with 35,000 votes, 9.68% of the total. But Doug Jones
yeah,
carried 78.63%.
it's about what we expected, wasn't it?
Yeah, Doug is.
He gave
Didn't he run for senator against Tuberville?
Yes, he did.
He was a U.S. senator, too.
And
Okay.
he
Yeah,
lost to
that's-
Tuberville. But I watched
Rematch.
his speech.
Yeah.
He gave a great speech.
Oh, no, there's no doubt. He's a smart guy.
Holy cow.
He's a sharp guy. He has the backing of national Democrats. He's buddies with them. He runs in those circles. I think he was personal friends with the Clintons. Yeah, no one,
survived.
no one should say he just didn't cross
Got
any
that going
lines.
for him. Yeah.
No one should write Doug Jones off, and he says the right things at the right time to get some people stirred up. I'm just kind of taken with the fact that you can't be any pastier than Doug Jones.
Oh, you should have watched it because he brought up what's going to be the lieutenant governor, secretary of state, the whole
Right.
4 white guys
Uh-huh.
and 2 black women.
That's the
That's going to be their ticket.
on the Democrat side.
Yep.
Really?
Yep, saw them. Wrote their name. Yeah, oh yeah.
So he brought this up.
He brought them on
In
stage.
what manner?
He was
Okay. I
on
see.
TV making his speech, and he brought the lieutenant governor, which is Philip Ensler. He's really Ensler.
Uh-huh.
He's really tall, white guy.
Okay.
Everybody talking about how good he is.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Sparks is going to be up there.
Ron Sparks is still alive?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Really?
Let's see, who else did he? I mean, yeah, there were 4 white guys other than Doug Jones
Okay.
and 2 black ladies.
So 5 and 2.
Yeah.
Well, that is diversity. That's Democrat
That's
diversity, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Bunch of white old men.
Yep.
2
Bunch
young
of
black
white
ladies.
old
2
men.
young black ladies,
That's
and,
the
and,
ticket.
and then run out and tell everybody, look how diverse we are. And the
Okay.
person saying it'll be the old white men.
Well,
Yeah, that's important.
so here's my other thinking.
Okay.
I told you when I came in, I said I was trying to add up how many Democrats voted for governor as opposed to Republicans.
I got it. You got it.
And I'm going to tell you something. 364,000 Democrats voted in the governor's race. 493,000 and some change on
Right.
both of them voted in the Republican governor's.
And how many thousand Democrats voted on the Republican side?
Yes.
I mean, I would think it's at least 50,000.
I don't know. I mean,
So if you do 50,000, you're at 400 and
yeah, right.
405,000,
yeah.
410,000. You reduce the Republicans down to 440,000.
You're
That
right.
is, you're right there.
You're right there. So the fact that, and it may, in November it's a whole different ball game, but still, we are looking. All these people moving in from California, like the guys on my street, we may be facing kind of what Texas is facing.
Well, look
if
at
it continues down this road.
look at North Alabama. I
Yeah.
mean, Huntsville has done everything it possibly can to bring as many federal jobs as possible, which is not it's not a bad thing when you look. If the only thing you looked at was, hey, how do we have jobs? Because the last company that's going out of business in this country is the government.
Amen.
Everyone else can be shut down, closed, stand in a soup line, and the government jobs are still going to be there.
What is it? Universal pay something or the other. We're all going to be on universal pay, and the government guys are going to be making six figures.
Yeah, universal income.
Universal income, and they're going to be making six
Well,
figures.
they're the people
They're
passing
the
out the
elites.
universal pay.
That's
yeah,
right.
I mean,
they're the elite.
you can't just have just a regular person giving out your universal income. You got to have a government bureaucrat who's smarter than you saying, here's your check, and if you say anything that's different than what we say, then you don't get this check. That's what
That's
we're
the way
doing.
it works. Or we turn off your smart meter or your smart
We turn off your phone, your car first.
Yeah, that's right. Car 1st, then the smart meters, and then your smart refrigerator, your smart TV, which, by the way, is watching you as much as you watch it. I mean, all these smart things that can totally be controlled. All your Ring cameras, you won't know if the SWAT team surrounds your house. That's the reason I have them.
Surprise, surprise.
They could drug my dog or shoot him, but those cameras, So
Well, they just take the cameras over and
black them out.
black them out,
Yeah.
or just make it look, just put it on a loop from earlier before they got there. So
That's-
you're like, there's no one in the
There's
yard.
nobody in the yard. But Max would let me know if they don't.
Well, have you seen the thing where they say, I mean, this is one of their advertisements for one of these Ring camera deals where you can either sign up or they just say, hey, Miss Ann down the street lost her dog. Can we employ everybody's Ring camera to see where the dog
absolutely.
went? And we think we have to give them permission, but they can can do all that stuff on their own.
No, that's what flock cameras do. Flock cameras take over everything. They read your car computer, your phone, who's AI your face, who's in
Right.
the car with you. But anyway, so
That's for Thursday.
That's for
instead of today?
Thursday,
Okay,
yeah.
still doing elections.
all right. So voter turnout, of course, was 23.11%. As of this time, there's going to be, the numbers are going to change a little bit. I don't think there are any races. I'd like to find 1,000 votes for Nate Carlson to beat Jabbo, but I don't think that's going to happen. So out of 3,805,000 total registered voters, 879,381 voted. 23%.
Well,
Is that normal for a primary?
I think it's
type
lower
election?
than the primary was
I
a couple
think
years
it-
ago.
yeah,
But that was a presidential primary, but there wasn't really anything
Well,
happening.
presidential's a little bit higher, but
Usually.
yeah, but not a lot.
No. So were there any surprises? So let's go through. So Tommy Tuberville wins the Republican primary for governor
85
with 85% of the vote.
Actually, 85 and a half.
Who didn't vote for Tommy Tuberville is the question. And who was the guy running against him? McFeeters?
McFeeters got 9.5 of 47,000
that's,
people.
That's
yeah.
respectable.
Yeah. And then whoever this Will Santavosky, never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
He got 24, almost 25,000. So
So Tuberville got a larger percentage of the Republican vote than Doug Jones got of the Democrat vote.
about 10.
Okay.
So
Interesting. So if you go to the U.S. Senate race, I guess we got to take a break. We'll get y'all all up to speed. right after this, and we'll be right back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovery.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
We are back, everybody. Alabama Unfiltered Radio. Don't forget our friend Brian Dawson. He has a podcast called 1819 News, the podcast. You can find it at YouTube. So those of you who are already watching or listening to us on YouTube, just a little quick search after the show is over, and you can find 1819 News, the podcast there. Give it a listen, and you'll enjoy it. If you don't like YouTube, you can find it at all the places where you usually find your podcast. And Eubank is with me, Big Sky Mountain, Mosley as well. We're going through some of these elections. So what happened in the U.S. Senate primary? It looks like the first place spot is kind of locked up solid. That's not in doubt.
Right, that's Barry Moore. I started out with 41-42, and as of this morning, or 11:47 last night, which is when I went to bed.
Right.
He's down to 39.8%.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So what parts of the state can't get their ballots in by 11:45?
It said 67 counties out of 67, so we're talking maybe absentees that haven't been counted, military coming in late. You know, they have the law states that they can have up to 6 days.
Okay.
So, you know, there's just not going to be very many. I don't think that will move Barry out of first place. However, being that Jared Hudson, who was in second at 25.63%.
Mm-hmm.
Being a Navy SEAL, the military vote may very well impact.
Bump him up a little bit, but there's no way there's enough military vote to take Barry Moore out of first, but there's enough to guarantee
his second place
spot, which kind of surprised me.
I was very surprised.
Steve Marshall has done a really good job at the Attorney General's office.
Yes. And he was in second place almost the entire night.
Yeah, and then something changed.
So I think it was Shelby County.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Shelby County is kind of becoming one of those places. Yeah. Shelby County used to also come in early. In the last couple elections, they started coming in late.
Well, that's kind of like Jefferson County. And Jefferson County also went for Jared because, he
ran for sheriff there. Yeah, he's from there. He's from my area.
So
good for him.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating story that he's running in second and has a chance to become a U.S. Senator.
He's a good guy.
I like him.
Some of his staff I'm not real happy with, but,
Well, somebody out there has decided he's a legitimate or that they would like to have him.
Right. And megabucks poured in.
Mega dollars poured in the last couple of weeks. Yes.
Yeah.
And if he has good advisors, because I never begrudge anyone who, look, if you and I are running against each other and there's some group out there that hates me, you know what I'm saying? They don't love you, but they hate me.
Yeah.
And they're like, look, Ann, we hate Scott so bad, we're going to give you money. And you're like, well, I'm never voting with you, right?
Right.
And they're like, that's okay because we hate Scott so bad. I don't begrudge anybody for that.
Right. And I think that's what happened in this race.
Yeah. If he said, hey, look, I'll never vote with you, but I appreciate your support because I want to be a senator. That's what I hope happens.
Well, and you and I have been in this game long enough to know that is what happens.
Sometimes.
Because you can't run a race without money, period.
No, I personally believe the highest you can go without money is a state senate race.
Not anymore.
Well, maybe not even anymore. And I say without money. I was still able to raise money because people thought I was going to win. But theoretically, you can go and see a tremendous number of the primary voters almost personally.
Well, that's true. And in this race, it may definitely be true because we lost a lot of incumbents.
Yes.
And I think it was their arrogance because if you don't go bold during one of these primaries where you've got people nipping at your heels wanting you out, then you're going home and bunch of very shocking losses.
Do you think that if more people had qualified to run back when qualifying ended, back in January or something, that more incumbents would have lost? It looks like the temperature really turned up against a lot of incumbents the last few weeks.
Right, because there were very few state Senate races that had people running against them, the incumbents. There were 10 House races that incumbents
had opposition,
and Dan Roberts lost.
How did that happen? I mean, look, I know people in the River region don't know Dan Roberts. I don't know him personally, but what did he do other than was he just a legislator?
Well, my opinion is that, and this was several years ago, and I guess because he's supposedly one of the most conservative that we have.
Right.
He was focused on Innovate. His name, he was the main sponsor of one of the Innovate and Workforce bills, and I beat him up every time I gave that speech. So you're saying there's a chance that is because he represents an area that's not overly conservative, right?
So if the conservatives said, you know what, Innovate is too much. That's globalism. That's the whole 9 yards. We're out. We'll let you ride. Good luck to you. That could change when those primaries. We don't know that's what happened.
We don't. And it could have been education. It could have been he wasn't as involved with some of the more conservative religious issues.
Right.
And they just said, we want somebody
We can make a
else.
change.
Yeah. Jim Carnes lost.
That's astounding to me. Jim
That-
Carnes has been in the legislature.
It's a shock.
Yeah. What do you think causes that? I mean, I haven't
I don't think-
paid attention to that side of town. It's not my side of town, but how does a House member who's been in the legislature and was arguably,
The most
is he the most now?
the most conservative person we had.
Left. Huh.
So we never saw him.
Right.
I don't think he campaigned much. So if you don't go bold and you
Right.
think you're going to run on your name,
Right.
um,
Wow. That's
but
amazing.
then we have the other thing. Was he targeted? Was Dan Roberts targeted to remove those conservative
Because they opposed gambling?
roadblocks? Yes.
Well,
We-
you saw the amount of money that was being poured into people who at least give the wink and nod, hey, I'm okay with you. They received hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, the
Right.
amount of money that was spent on legislative races. So maybe they were taken out because you roll it in. Sky will be interested in this one. Apparently, Mo Brooks was not able to unseat
Lomax.
the Lomax, who's kind of one of the lieutenants for the Speaker of the Alabama House. The story I told yesterday where the guy had written an article in 2016 saying he was looking at airfare or looking at how he could move to Canada. And I don't think he was serious, but he was basically saying Clinton and Trump are both so bad, maybe I need to move to Canada.
Right.
That's the guy Mo Brooks lost to. And, that's the look I had on my face. I was
How
like,
do you
is that
explain
even, how is that even possible?
It wasn't even close. It was a 60-40 race. But just like Jabbo Wagner, Jabbo Wagner had 9 full-page, 4-color front and back mail-outs from the gambling people. So did James Lomax. They
They spent a
flooded.
lot of money in
Those
this
are
state.
$10,000 a
Oh,
piece at minimum,
absolutely.
maybe $15,000.
They flooded that
Well,
area.
we talked about this that it was to be
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah.
And here's the
They
thing.
want
and,
this state.
And Mo
They want-
Brooks has a record, and my guess is his congressional record was in mail pieces. I don't know this for a fact. I'm just
Right.
thinking, how would you
'Cause
do it?
we wouldn't get them in this area.
And it probably also said that anything bad Donald Trump ever said about Mo Brooks unfairly was probably in there too. So people are like, yeah, I can't stand that guy. And is that the frustrating part for people like me or people like you, Ann, is when you kind of know the background and you're like, why can't some people see this? Why can't people ask? Why don't people say, hey, I got 7 or 8 of these things. Who the heck's paying for this? Why does that not occur to people? We got to take a break. You can tell us on the other side, but we will be right back.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back, everybody. Alabama Unfiltered Radio. I am Scott Beason, and Eubank is with me. So is Big Sky Mountain Mosley. Let's get out to some of your phone calls. Charles Hollis. It has been a long while, Charles. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to the program. Happy Wednesday to you. Charles?
Hello? Oh, yes, sir. Good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning, buddy. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you very kindly.
Good deal.
Miss Eubank, how are you?
I'm great.
Okay. Are y'all getting feedback from me? Because I'm getting it on this end.
Just
A little minor,
tad, but not anything that's terrible.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay. Landline. You know, I don't have all those technologies that y'all have.
Well, you're the
Yeah.
smart one.
Well, they don't keep the landlines to the up as well as they used to, so they don't sound as good as they used to either.
Okay. Real quick. Jared Hudson, did he make the runoff?
Yeah, we think he did. They don't. All the votes are not in, but I think there's probably so few votes left. It'll be Barry Moore and Jared Hudson. Yes.
Okay. We got Jared Hudson. Okay. How about Jack Williams?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Now, one thing I've noticed about the primary in the city of Montgomery, Alabama, where I was born, where I reside, where I lived with my wife for 49 years, the Democratic Negroes that ran coming out the city of Montgomery, to my knowledge, only one of them was married, and that was K.K. Middleton.
Really?
And then they want to know why there's gunfire. See, you and I talked about this, the ram in the bush. See, they have no ram in the bush to offer the Lord. Nothing but evilness. She ain't got no husband. He ain't got no wife. And they stand up as leaders of the Negro community. That's wrong. A man's supposed to be with a woman, and a woman's supposed to be with a man. Now, out of all those who ran there, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Only one was married?
I don't know.
I know. I understand, man. Miss Eubanks, you know, you might get in trouble by commenting on this.
No, I
But
don't.
I'm talking to the
Listen,
Negro-
now, listen. I'm not afraid of getting in trouble, but I don't know
Yes,
their
ma'am.
personal lives unless I know them personally. And a lot of
Yeah,
Democrats,
like I say,
I don't
correct
know
me if I'm
personally.
wrong. To my knowledge,
Yes, ma'am.
to
Yes,
my
sir.
knowledge,
Okay.
to my knowledge, now the only one that is actually married was K.K. Middleton. Now I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I stand corrected.
So in the community, Charles Hollis, in the community down there, if you say something like that, what kind of pushback do you get, or do most people say, "Yeah, we've got
I
some"?
got into it with a Negro yesterday. I was going to get my car service. Why you got that Trump hat on? Because you don't live with the mother of your children.
Ooh, what'd he say?
What could he say?
Oh, we did. So we had
He's a
no
family
response. So he fully understands it.
Won't be water, be fire next time. They had their little jump up and down show Saturday at the state capitol, right around the corner. 3 Negroes get killed by Negroes. Right around the corner.
It is a big problem.
They probably should have. Never mind.
Won't
Gosh, I
be
think
water, be fire next time.
I got you, brother.
EIB.
Charles Hollis, thank you.
Thank Charles. He's always
Well, you know what
Well,
popped into
to
my
talk
head
to.
is the rally. I shouldn't say these things, but it popped into my head. I'm confessing. I'm not saying that I'm advocating this, but my mind went to, hey, maybe they should loan out that bulletproof glass.
you just said what a lot of people were thinking.
Yeah, I mean, they have it up
they
there
saw
for
that.
themselves. I'm like, hey, wait, maybe we ought to give it out to people in the community.
Yeah, let them
Because the policies that AOC wants to expand in this country will lead to more and more of the problems that we have everywhere.
Exactly.
Liberalism, Marxism, paganism, atheism, a turning away from Christianity, Jesus, and traditional values gives us the mess that we've got. And one of the things I've always said is that if Alabamians are told the truth, they make good decisions. But man, we've got to do a lot of digging these days to get to the truth, to figure out stuff. And And I've told y'all before, I had a gentleman one time and just call me. I do remember what the issue is, but the issue doesn't matter. And he was an older gentleman, and he is just chewing me out. Like one of those people that, as soon as they know they're talking to you, they're just chewing you out. And I'm like, what have I done to you? And he's defending other people. He's not even in this group of people that he thinks I have wronged.
Oh.
And he is just chewing me out. And finally, like sometimes I do with the callers, I'm like, hey, hold on a second. And he finally holds on because he's wore himself down. And I said, are you aware of this? And you get the, no. Okay, well, good. Are you aware of this? No. And every no gets a little softer and a little softer and a little softer. And at the end of it, I'm like, I promise you, all of those things are true. I can send you the data, and these are true. If you knew all those things to be true, would you still be mad at me? And he said, no. I think you did right. I said, well, that's why I spend so much time trying to find out the things that are true.
Right.
Because I know you're working, you're doing all the things you're doing. And this guy that I'm talking, he chewed me out like I'm being chewed out in the military in the old days or something. Not that I was in the military, way back how they used to talk to people.
Right.
And
I think they still do. But...
And he was like, hey, I'm sorry I ever called you.
Oh.
But that was the thing, is that he had been sold a bill of goods and was just off the chain angry because he didn't know the truth.
So he was one of the 90% that we're talking about offline, and you were a 5% that you brought in another convert.
Maybe one more. We got to take a break. It's the top of the hour. We'll be back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politician.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back in, everybody. This is Scott Beason. I appreciate you listening. Oh, my goodness, so many things. So let's go through. What were we doing right before the break?
We were talking about.
Oh, we've got to go to
We gotta go to the
Lieutenant Governor's race, yes.
Yeah. So the Dem is Philip Ensler, and he was on stage last night with Doug Jones, and tall dude, and he they
What?
had like 5 white guys and
Oh, he looks a little bit like Asaph or whatever his name is over in Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So ours, the Republican, I call it ours because I guess as close as we get to what political party we are as Republican, the Republican platform is what you and I believe in, what actually
Okay.
happens sometimes, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
So the lieutenant governor,
So let's see. Here's the Ensler guy. I did not know he was in the House of Representatives. He has been a Democrat
I have
in the
never
House of Representatives. He was in the
since when?
74th House District. Where's the 74th? It's got to be down in like Mobile or something.
Well, how long has he been there?
Since 2022.
Oh, that's why we don't know him.
Yeah, Ensler earned a Juris Doctor degree from Yeshiva University in 2017. Previously earned a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science from George Washington University in 2012.
Smart guy.
And worked in the Obama administration while living in Washington, D.C.
That's what we need.
Was a public school educator in Montgomery
Even worse.
through the Teach for America program.
Let's
wor-
go. Let's just keep diving there.
Well, yeah.
Keep going.
Yep. See, worked a mentorship program that supports public school students in Alabama in achieving their college and career goals. He supported legislation that made Glock switches a state crime. And
Democrat.
even though the bill was sponsored by State Senator Will Barfoot and passed with bipartisan support. Did we stop all the... We didn't stop all the shootings and gang violence, did we? I thought Glock switches were the key and the reason. It wasn't, Sky? No, you don't have to say. Just don't even say. I'll just say for you.
Just shake
This
your
is-
head
this-
and we'll watch you on the screen. When you're
This is another one of what I like to refer to as feel-good laws. We feel like we're doing something about the problem, but
Personal life. Ensler was originally from New York, moved to Alabama in 2012. He is Jewish, and as of 2022, he was the executive director of the Jewish Federation of Central Alabama. He was encouraged to run by Doug Jones to enter the race. Said in 2025, he announced he would not run for re-election and would move to New York, his home state. Despite this, he announced in December that he would not move to New York and instead announced his candidacy for the 2026 Alabama Lieutenant Gubernatorial election. Man, well, I mean, at least we
It's
got
around.
somebody who wanted to move to New York has a chance to potentially become the lieutenant governor of the state.
Now we have
Right.
Lomax who wanted to move to Canada,
Yep,
and now we've got this guy who wants to move to
he
New
wanted to move
York.
back to New York.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
going to be running our state.
Is he from New? Yeah, he's originally
Okay,
from New York. I
well,
read that.
He may not
It's
be
better,
running
better.
our state because obviously, if it goes like it's supposed to, he won't win.
But let me ask this question. This was the Democrat primary
Yeah.
in the state of Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How many Democrat voters knew he's from New York? Now, I'm not talking about from New York a long time ago. He came to New York in 2012, or from New York in 2012, didn't he? See how long he's been here. Flip the seat. No, he must have been here since 10. It's hard to tell from Wikipedia, but he's from New York.
You know, I made the comment last night that and this morning that I was surprised the color of their ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet there are Democrats all over, probably 300,000 all over the state of Alabama, who were surprised as I was when they saw the color of their ticket.
Because they
Yes.
just didn't know.
Because these are outsiders.
Yeah. Apparently he beat Charlotte Meadows. You remember Charlotte Meadows?
Oh, well, yeah.
So he beat her for 2022. his victory was the first time the Alabama Democrat Party flipped a seat in the state legislature since 2010. So my guess is he came to Montgomery in 2012 is how it got there. But it doesn't tell me where the district is and stuff like that. Interesting. I had no idea he was from New York.
I bet nobody else did either. So, and in the Republican primary for lieutenant governor, of course, and I've spoken about John Wall enough on this program that y'all all know my attitude. He actually came in first with 40%.
No, but he was endorsed by President Trump.
Yes, he was, and he was behind most of the night. And by the time the evening ended, he
pulled ahead.
He pulled ahead of Wes Allen, who ended up with 38%.
Right.
And
did he pull ahead about the same time that Hudson pulled ahead in the? So
well,
was
you
it
know,
from
we're
the
still
was it from
we're,
the same places?
We're talking Jefferson and Shelby counties.
Right. Right.
So,
Interesting.
now he's from Lawrence County, Limestone County, which they call it Crimestone County up there. And so I did not check to see what time Limestone came in, and it's pretty easy to follow. But
Right.
you know, about 12 o'clock, I'm ready to crash.
Yeah, and you think, man, if they haven't figured this out in 5 hours, what the
Exactly.
heck are we doing?
Well, you know, legally it's supposed to be done within 2 hours.
yeah.
According to the Code of Alabama, Section 17, the voters section, they have 2 hours to get these numbers in. And with the machines,
I don't understand. I thought using machines was supposed to make all this
Yeah,
quick
well,
and
they
easy.
lie.
How in the world, Sky, using electronic machines that count the votes for you,
as the day goes along,
how could we not have our results, I mean, within 30 minutes? Seriously.
It is a valid question, but I think the technology, the efficiency, and is not necessarily meant for the people. I think we had the wrong idea from the very start.
We didn't understand
it's not to benefit us.
We didn't understand why we had the technology.
Right,
It wasn't to make
Well,
the counting easier.
That's what I always thought, but I've come
you-
to realize.
You know, John Merrill is the one who put in the machines. And he was on CBS as a commentator last night. And I really wanted to call in and ask him why he did that to us. But at that,
I wish you would.
I've
I'd love to
asked
know.
him, you know how he does. Oh, Miss Ann. Yeah.
We have the gold standard.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Just start charting you some facts and figures and
yeah. But
statistics.
I
and all
sat through all those committee meetings when
He's
they were
great.
talking about
Mhm.
the machines, and everybody just, but the
Loved
cost,
it.
yeah, loved it. The cost of it didn't matter.
Gonna get
Who
it.
came
Gonna be
third
first.
in lieutenant governor on the Republican ticket?
Third was, let's see,
Lieutenant governor, third? I didn't even know there was a third.
Oh yeah, there's
Rick
like
Pate
five.
with
Rick Pate.
7.29%.
And then
You give me a
Who you
hard-
trying to get to?
who I voted for? That's who I'm trying to get
How
to.
Okay.
far down are we going to have to go?
Nicole Jones Wadsworth. If you're wanting Tankersley, he came in next to last at 2.85%.
2.85. Well, I mean, Dr. Tankersley started out a little late.
A
He did.
little late. Yeah.
Last
little
day, as a matter of fact.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's tough to do. And
Well, maybe he'll get appointed the health.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
that would be
excellent
awesome.
for the state of
If
Alabama.
Scott Harris would ever retire, we could appoint. But the bill says until Scott Harris retires, he's allowed to stay
he's in for
there.
life.
Yeah.
How do we come?
But
to
can we
this?
reduce his salary in a term within a term?
Well, as long as it's
As
not.
long as he's not the
a,
district attorney.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, we
Right.
don't
That's what
even
it
want to
says.
go.
That's-
Do we want to go
Yes,
there?
we want to go there to
We'll
the
talk about
constitutional
it.
amendments.
We'll
We got
talk
to
We'll
take
have to get on that after the break.
we got to take a break. We'll be back.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back in, everybody. So let's what race we're to the Attorney General's race. I know a lot of people are interested in what happened last night. It's not the easiest thing when you go to some of these television news sites and say, "Hey, look, I want the voting results." They did give you. They write a whole bunch of paragraphs and stuff, and you're like, I just want the chart. Just give me the charts with the percentages. I can tell who has the highest number. Just give it to me. I don't need all that. And then they don't talk about other things. So we're trying to go through and give you the ones that seem to matter the most. Ann has all her little, she probably wears her printer out.
I do. I
There's
have
no
two.
toner.
I have 3 printers.
I bet.
Wow.
So are we to the Attorney General's race yet?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We are there. Okay. So
Oh, we forgot to say. So it was John Wall and Wes Allen
Wes,
are in the
yes,
runoff.
Are in the runoff.
And Wall is ahead by a good bit.
2 points.
Mostly because he had the Trump endorsement.
Yes.
Which is an issue we're going to have to ask about a lot because I have friends who are like, if Trump's for him, I'm for him. And then I say, isn't Trump for Lindsey Graham? And then they go,
Well, wait a minute.
then they shoot me the bird and tell me I'm number one, usually.
You racist.
Yeah, you terrible homophobe. I'm like, wait a minute, why you call me a homophobe? Oh, I get it. It's that kind of stuff. Because Trump is for some awful people.
Yes, he is.
But then when we get the quote-unquote conservative news, which there is one, and they're biased, when they decide to turn the guns on someone like Thomas Massey, it's all like, be for whoever Trump is for. We hate this guy. Trump hates this guy. We hate this guy. Trump hates this guy. And then you throw up Lindsey Graham, they're like, don't talk about that. And don't forget, Trump at one time was against the Freedom Caucus because the Freedom Caucus said we got to repeal Obamacare. Yeah. And Trump was like, no, I'm the art of the deal guy. Y'all need to shut up. I'm going to ride with John McCain, who stabbed him in the back. After Trump went out for weeks saying the Freedom Caucus is terrible, they're awful, they all need to be defeated, the whole 9 yards, those are the philosophical guys. Threw them under the bus. Donald Trump appointed Christopher Wray. Mm-hmm. He appointed Bill Barr. Mm-hmm. He appointed people who actively undermined him.
Yes.
So he's not always right, at least on appointments and on endorsements and that kind of stuff. But our side seems to kind of pick and choose and say, well, I guess I'm trying to ask, do we kind of decide to take the side of the quote-unquote conservative media, and then if Trump is against the person, we use the Trump endorsement as an excuse to do what we've kind of been herded into?
Well, that's kind of a good
or
word.
we follow in the lead.
Herds and shepherds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what we do sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, why were so many people angry with Thomas Massey, which we're going to have to talk about long term? Thomas Massey loses to some Navy SEAL guy in Kentucky. Most expensive congressional campaign in the history of the United States. 95% of the time, most people in Alabama would agree with Thomas Massey's voting record.
Yeah.
He was always against wasteful spending and all that kind of stuff.
He was against the Iran war.
He was against the Iranian war.
Sounds like a pretty good Republican to me.
Yeah.
Conservatively.
He was rabid, just like all the Republicans were when Trump was running, rabid for something being done about the Epstein files and the people involved in human trafficking and sacrifice and all kind of stuff that was done to
waste,
children.
The fraud, yes.
He was huge for the Doge stuff. He, what was the other one he's in trouble for? Oh, he did want to make AIPAC register as a foreign agent.
Right.
Now, AIPAC is?
The American Israeli Political Action Committee. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
I believe that's it, yes.
Which is what JFK wanted. The predecessor of that was what John F. Kennedy wanted as well. That might have been his real nail in the coffin, that and the Epstein list. But if you take his name away and the fact that Donald Trump hates him for whatever reason, And his argument against Trump's big, beautiful bill was, hey, there's all kind of trash in this thing.
That's exactly right. And he voted with the Dems, and
then that was it.
Yeah.
But the money that poured in on him on the primary was AIPAC-esque pro-Israel money,
Probably
somewhere
half of
around
it.
$15 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money
Yeah,
in that race.
probably.
A lot of money.
So is the lesson being taught? Because what we think from conservative media is the lesson taught is don't be a rhino and go against Trump. I don't think that's the lesson that was taught. I don't
Is
think
he a rhino?
No, he's not. But
Not
that's what
at
they act
all.
like.
No, the lesson taught is you better do what Trump says.
You think that's the lesson?
Oh, been there, done that.
I think. Well, now that's from Trump's viewpoint.
That's on surface.
But I think what congressmen saw and what U.S. senators saw.
I don't want to be there.
I don't want to be on the other side of AIPAC.
You think?
Oh, there's no doubt that is the lesson. Because Trump does not win that race
Unless
purely
AIPAC.
on opposing Massey and endorsing the opponent. If he could have done that, they would have saved a lot of money and done it without it. But it had to have the $15 million at least.
But remember, everybody he has endorsed has so far won.
Well, he also does a lot of endorsing based on who's going to win.
Well, okay.
I mean, he's not dumb. Don't ever say he's dumb.
You never want to get on the wrong side of Donald
No, because you
Trump.
can't get back. Well, you say you can't get back, but how
Cruz
does Lindsey
did.
Graham get back?
Well,
And Cruz gets
did,
back.
Because Cruz made the comment the other night, I am one of his most staunch supporters after what Trump did to Ted Cruz and his family. I would not have been one of his staunch supporters.
No. But Ted Cruz is also a very staunch supporter of the group we were talking about earlier.
Well, you are correct.
So which one comes first, the chicken or the egg, in these things?
Yeah.
Because they seem to line up a lot.
And it is a problem.
Oh, there's no doubt it is a problem.
Because every congressman, whether it's senator or House member, has an AIPAC handler.
Mm-hmm.
The person who tells them.
Now, there are people listening to this show like, Scott, you shouldn't bring that up, blah, 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 blah. The mainstream media was reporting this as a victory for Israel. And you're like, wait a minute. I don't remember last week you saying this campaign was about that. But after the campaign is over, you're now saying as a victory for Israel. I didn't know Israel was in this. I didn't know Israel was playing in. I'm being an American citizen. I knew it. But so now it is a victory for a foreign nation? You're literally reporting a congressional victory for a foreign nation? Whether it's whether it's our favorite nation or not. When's the last time you heard them say, this is a victory for England?
No.
So
Or any other.
The other part of that story is Mitch McConnell's machine was destroyed with the people that were elected in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch McConnell's power.
Well, that's because he's already
gone.
he lived past
gone.
his contract with whoever has expired, and he shuffled out, and whoever the new person is. I mean, he knew his time.
Yeah. Oh, he should have done it the last time. He's pitiful.
Goodness gracious! Hey, look, we're just asking questions, just what we see out there, and y'all call us and make it clear. I mean, I disagree on the Massey thing with some of my very good friends.
This has been very disappointing. This whole Thomas Massey incident with Donald Trump.
Yeah,
how it's gone, how it's played out, and now this final result. Very disappointing. It's caused me to rethink some of my
well, you know, he
views
went after
on the president.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went after Lauren Boebert because she supported Massey.
Yeah. So why does that?
So what?
Why is that a crime?
Right. What
That's
is
the
he
important
doing?
question right there.
What is he doing?
Yeah, and when the president endorses people who clearly, that's why I use Lindsey Graham. Lindsey's a train wreck.
Yeah, compared to Massey. Come on.
That's where I am on it. But I don't know. People see it the other way. They're like, well, he should have been. I'm like,
no, I'm not buying it, Scott.
You're not buying it, huh?
No, I'm not at all. When you compare those two, why does Trump support one and then
and then not
abandon
the other.
mass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good point.
Doesn't
That's
make
a good
sense,
question.
yeah.
We got to take a break. We'll be back. Welcome back into the program, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio. Golly, I don't think I turned on the real break. I think people could just watch us during the break on that one. I hope I didn't pick my nose or do anything terrible, but
Fortunately, Ann's there to.
keep the nose picking down to a minimum during the break. Let's go out to some of the phone calls. What's the order on these, Scott? And who's on topic?
We have Kathy.
Okay, let's go to Kathy. Kathy, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Scott. Hey, Ann.
Hello.
Always glad to hear Ann about Alabama.
Scott hates.
Yeah, I was there.
Hey, Kathy. Scott hates when people tell him that.
Oh well.
Oh well. Yeah.
I know Tad too, and so I told Tad, I said, one of these days we need to get together and go to lunch and with Ann, because I would love to talk with you.
Oh,
But
y'all would have a
anyway.
great time.
Yeah. It'd
I'm
be
sure.
more than lunch. It'd probably run into dinner.
Absolutely.
Because, between me and Tad, we kind of know how to talk.
Oh, I know. Whenever I go to lunch with her, it's 3 hours at least. But
Exactly.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very disappointed about Thomas Massey too. I'm just like, I mean, if Trump endorses somebody, I'm pretty much almost immediately think I'm not for them, because he endorsed Luther Strange. I mean, he was against Mo Brooks, and of course he was for Mo Brooks, and then he was against him. And it's like he wants people to be what he considers loyal to him, and it's to him and not policies or ideas first and foremost, but yet he is not the least bit loyal to you if you go against him in the least. And I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like it. So I really don't understand the Lindsey Graham stuff. That just baffles me. I don't get that at all.
Right.
But, it's frustrating. But I was definitely, in fact, I didn't vote for Barry Moore, even though I think he's okay, but just because Trump endorsed him. I mean, I'm a Trump person, so it's not that I dislike Trump, but lately I feel like he's kind of gone off the rails a little bit, and he's not concentrating on, and maybe he.
Do we lose
wanted
you?
to do
No,
whatever.
she's still there. Maybe he did what?
One time he was talking about how he wanted to do whatever it took to get to heaven. Maybe
Yeah.
he thinks supporting Israel in every way, shape, and form is what's going to get him into heaven. I don't know. Maybe that's why he's all for whatever Israel does and against people that are not for it. But I don't know. I just don't understand him at all a lot of times. But I'm disappointed in his concentration on the Iran. I think that was a mistake, the Iran war, and saying that it's not. If we had to pay $4 in gas, that's the price we have to pay for Iran not getting a nuclear bomb. I'm just like, we need to concentrate on making things affordable for Americans, or we're going to lose in the midterms, and then that's it. He's not going to be able to do anything else. But anyway, that's a little bit different from what you're talking about. But
No, I think you make a good point, Kathy, and that's what a lot of people were asking. It's funny during the break, and I was wondering, how well people can read lips. I said something to Ann. We were talking about the turnout between Republicans and Democrats, and I said, well, a bunch of Republicans had to stop by and get gas on the way, and after they paid $4.19 for gas, they're like, I think I'm going to the house.
Well, I agree with you, Kathy. I'm not sure the Iran war was, but if you're going to do that and you go after the nuclear things, finish it. I'm sick of this. Well, let's give them 2 more days to make a deal. No.
I think we're doing that,
finish
hoping for a way out. That's what I'm
I don't-
afraid of.
I don't think we have a way out. I think we have to finish it or get rid of the RGC, the Royal Guard, because they will never give up.
Right.
So
it definitely needs to be finished.
Yeah.
And also, one thing I also wanted to say was, and I know I'm weird, I'm not normal, but I don't even look at those flyers when people send flyers out. I told my husband, I said, don't even hand them to me, just throw them in the trash. I can't stand all that mailing. I despise political commercials.
Right.
And in fact, I mute them all the time. And one time I just looked up while they were being muted, and I saw somebody with a rifle slung over his back walking through a field. I said, whoever that person is, I'm voting against them because that is so condescending and patronizing, and I can't stand that. I found out who it was, and I told everybody, vote against him because he's patronizing. I can't stand that kind of stuff. But I know I'm weird, and I know that most people are influenced by that kind of stuff, but it just makes me vote against them.
So Kathy, Scott, and I have decided you're part of the 5%. And that's
I think
that's a good thing.
Welcome to the group.
Welcome to the club.
Well, I'm happy to be in the club.
It's a small group, and you're in it.
You are in it. That's the difference with our club, Kathy. We let people be in it. We're trying to get 5 up to 6%, and that seems to be the goal. We used to think, man, we're going to change the state. Now we just want 1 more percent. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe it'll make a difference eventually, but probably not.
Well, maybe if we're lucky, all the people who think the end times are right here, right now, maybe they're right. I'm just not betting on it. We're going to fight the fight till the end. Thanks, Kathy.
Okay.
See you now.
See ya.
Let's go out to Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy, welcome to the program.
Hey, is this the Ann Eubank show?
It is, and we're glad. Aren't you the president of the Ann Eubank? She always listens to Everybody fan club.
Wait a minute, unless you had a sex change, Ann, you sure got a deep voice.
Well, I'm only here one day a week, Soldier Boy. Give him a break.
Hey, that's not enough. Trust me, to keep that man in line. Let me tell you that. Okay. Hey, remember I told you yesterday when my shirt said, teach your children how to change their oil, not their gender. All right. I'm going to start out with that one first, okay?
I like
Here's
that
the main
one.
thing that I have is, well, thank you. I'll teach my children how to change their oil, not their gender. And here's the thing about it is, Ann, I got the middle finger of thumbs up on that shirt, and trust me, it wasn't popular with some of the people, but that's okay. But I am a 99.8% Trump supporter, okay?
Yes.
100%, okay? And you just made some good points, okay? And being in Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and working with the Iraqi Ministry of Defense with a couple of people who were inside there, I've learned a lot about the people. I was there 16 months one tour and 16 months the other tour, okay? So I kind of got an insight to these people, maybe more than Mr. Trump has, because I had to live with these people. Here's the bottom line is, Mr. Trump, I am upset with you with two things. His main thing is that you are right. He needs to get this war, finish it. Now, get it over with. These people are playing away games. And I agreed with what somebody said last night on mass media. They said that Mr. Trump is scared of bad publicity and bad media. He wants to be the good boy for everybody. Well, Mr. Trump, you can't be a good boy for everybody. Not everybody can love you. I don't love the $4.19 a gallon of gas, but I'll suck it up if it's going to give me a nuclear-free, Middle East, I'll sacrifice. I don't have a problem with that. I see the big long-term picture of what he's trying to do. But you're correct, Scott and Ann. He needs to finish it and finish. I'm waiting for it this weekend. I want bomb, 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 bomb. Because these people, again, I read the freaking Quran back and forth when I was on Iraq. You can lie, cheat, steal, lie, keyword lie, cheat, steal, murder for the betterment of yourself? No, for the betterment of your tribe. It says in there, word for word.
Soldier Boy, we got to take a break. Stick with us. Stick with us. That's a good point. Stick with us. We'll have you on the other side. We'll be right back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politicians.
Everybody, let's see. Maybe we're making all this work right. Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows? I know a couple people are watching on the interwebs. Nobody said anything about my secret Easter egg that you can find over at YouTube, and nobody's mentioned a word yet.
That's how you get some action. That's motivation.
Is that what it is?
Now. Yeah, a lot of people
I mean,
really
yes,
go
if
for
you
that.
check us out over on and see if you see the.
I know I'm going to go look for it.
See
when,
the Easter egg that is there. Ann was amused by it. She doesn't remember what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to tell you because it's on the air. So
Okay.
y'all can check us out over on YouTube. Go hunt for Scott Beason, and then find the channel, me with a little golf shirt on, and then go to live.
You know, the day that
Live.
I had so much trouble navigating,
Mm-hmm.
and then the second day I figured it out,
Right.
I was trying to make sure I didn't mess it up like I did the first day.
Right.
I didn't worry about the Easter egg.
Once you found it, it was easy. Starts
yeah.
going to the top. It's getting closer, Sky.
We
It's
can
getting
do
closer.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do more hidden things. Let's go back out to Soldier Boy, who was making really good points, and I think people should listen to Soldier Boy. I don't often say that.
Oh, yeah, that's a stretch. Did you hear that, Soldier
Yeah,
Boy?
I mean, look, I know he gets on my case, but he has spent time in the Middle East dealing with people that have an Islamic worldview, and when he said before the break that the creed is you can lie, cheat, steal, or whatever for the betterment of your own tribe, that is exactly what. When we had to make peace with the Barbary, we defeated the Barbary pirates and we had to deal with them. I don't know how many Americans are up to speed on that. The guy who was in charge of the pirates, the Muslim guy, was like, yes, I agree to this. We'll quit messing with your ships until I get strong enough to do it again. I mean, it was just straight up, your deal with me is no good if I'm strong enough to break the deal. And Soldier Boy's been there, lived it, trying to get a message to Donald Trump. And so I want you to continue on, Soldier Boy.
Okay. I just want to make sure this is the Ann Eubanks show, correct?
Hey, look, I said good things about you. Don't push your luck.
Yeah.
Hey, the check's in the mail. Okay, Scott, don't worry about that.
You got it, buddy.
Hey, here's my point is, I know Mr. Trump listens to your show.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do, but I know Mr. Trump secretly may not say it, but he listens to your show, okay? And here's the thing about it. How many times have we had ceasefires? Once or twice? We had them against the wall. We should have finished it off. And he wants to go, and he's all these little progressive liberals. Oh, give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. These people, you don't know. You're dealing with tribal people. You're not dealing with Americans. And you know what? We are our worst enemy. They're hoping that our own people come midterm. Okay? Now, Mr. Trump better not back down on this one, because he said, what, Memorial Day, he's looking at it if you don't get a paperwork done. Is that correct?
I didn't realize it was that far out. If he's going for Memorial Day, that's
Monday.
Okay. I was thinking I get my
Monday.
Memorials and my Labor Days messed up. I was about to say Memorial Day is too close to the election. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Okay. So he said Memorial Day. He better not back down for this, or I'm going to go from 99.8% pro-Trump down to 96.8 Trump. Okay.
Yep.
Because we have got them against the wall. Let's finish it. They're trying to wait it out. Okay. Our people are getting tired over there. We got trained professionals. We got the equipment. We got everything in place. Why have everything in place if we're not going to use it? Okay, that's my whole story. The bottom line is, and these people are going to try to wait us out. Oh, eventually the people are going to be against them. They're going to be upset about the price of gas. Blah blah blah. They're going to put pressure on Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump, I've watched him several times. He is not a big fan of negative press. He's watching that the people in midterms are not happy with the situation as it drags out. And he wants to, let's give peace a chance again. How many times have we given Scott?
A lot.
Ceasefires. How many?
Okay. You said we were up to 2.
Right.
I think we might have had more than 2.
I think we had 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's my question is, now if I'm the enemy, okay, and every time I want to say, hey, let's talk, and Let's delay it. Blah, 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 blah. If I know I can do that, I'm pushing you around, big monster, big military.
Right.
I'm getting you to stop doing what you're supposed to be doing. We have got to, like that lady said, got to go there and finish it. We're there. Let's finish it and then get it over with. We're not going to have any more problems.
Yeah.
They only understand one thing: strength.
Yep. And they were handing out guns on the street the other day. Did you see that? Did you see the video of them?
No.
Yes.
I saw some ladies breaking down AK-47s, and
that's
they were shooting them in the in the TV studio.
Yeah.
I
They
saw
were
that. I was like,
handing out. I
these
mean,
people are nuts.
yeah.
Every ceasefire is a reprieve
That's
for
all it
Iran,
is.
and it's a chance for them to breathe, restock, reload.
Live to fight another day.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah, reorganize.
Okay.
And if we and you know what? You can't tell me those soldiers are on the edge, ready to go to combat, go to war. Okay. And here's the thing about it is, they'll say, I forgot who said it. Was a Pat? War is hell. Okay. But, I mean, during World War II and during all conflicts and everything, children get killed. That's just the casualty of war. You know. That's just. I mean, I don't condemn it. I don't condone it. It's just that they do that. But let me tell you something, Scott. Let me tell you what they did. When we were in the green zone in Baghdad, okay, they're firing mortar shells. Guess where they were firing the mortar shells from?
From the schools.
A, University of Baghdad. University of Baghdad, they're firing from the roof. B, they're firing them from the top of hospitals. C, they're firing them on top of mosques. How do we know? Because we had to triangulate. We sent our jeeps out there and our security forces out there because we were triangulating exactly where they were. And as soon as they get there, of course, in their jeeps and their little Haji, what do you call it, those mortar shells in the back of their pickup trucks, they're gone, okay?
Right.
But they don't have a problem. They're not going to, I mean, a church, a school, a mosque, these people will do anything.
Yeah.
We can't fight them like the British used to fight against us. Remember the movie The Patriots? The British couldn't.
I
they
do.
wanted,
Hey, we
the
got to take a
Americans
break,
not
soldier
to
boy.
fire
Man,
those.
we got to go, brother.
Top
We
of
got-
the hour.
Top of the hour. We'll be back.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering Politicians.
Welcome back into the program, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio. Somebody said, Ann, that you need to talk louder.
Are you kidding me?
That's what they said. They just, I think it's because I
Okay.
scream. I think that's the problem.
Turn it up.
Turn you up.
Turn
give
it
her
up.
give her about 6%.
Give her 6%. Okay.
Welcome to the
5%.
club.
5% is all she's getting.
Welcome to the club.
Because I am right on the microphone.
You are.
So
Well,
I
it's
don't-
just because you're just quiet. And
Yeah, right.
meek and.
That baritone carries a lot further. I have yeah.
Look, I'm one of those people that if I'm talking to you on the cell phone and you're
can hear,
you're across
yeah.
the county, then I talk one. But if I know you're like 3 states away, I talk louder
Yeah.
because I'm brain damaged. Because I think, well, that's
Long
kind of
distance.
the longer
Sarah,
the distance, the louder I've got to speak.
Get me
it.
Hertzahatchee on the line.
And with thousands of people listening, I figure I gotta belt it out.
Boom it out
Well,
there,
I
man.
have to tell you, it's according to what we're talking about. If I get passionate and I get louder,
You get wound up.
I get wound up.
Let's go out to our phone calls. Let's go to Red Top. Red Top, welcome to the program. Is that the order, Sky? That was the order.
You are
wasn't it?
correct.
Hey,
sir.
Red Top.
Yes.
Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well on this Wednesday.
Oh, yes. Finally, we get some clouds. Got a little rain last night. Felt really good. And by the way, musicians and artists, brains do not age near as fast as regular people. Period.
Well, that's usually because they drink a lot and their brains are pickled.
You're the one that just said your brain damage. I was,
Hey, you started this.
Yeah.
You know what? I've got an excuse. All those musicians got an excuse for being brain damaged, and we're doing pretty good. What's your excuse?
Just,
Okay,
I don't have one.
I am interjecting into this conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
I have no musical talent, and I am not artistic, but my brain is about 20 years younger than what I actually am.
Who told you that?
My psychologist.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. She goes to a psychologist?
No, I don't go to one. He comes to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better.
Hey, I
Okay,
took a test
gotcha,
on the
okay.
interwebs, and it said my brain was younger than the average person my age.
Yes.
You know how much
I'm glad
scientific
for
data is
you.
behind that? None. Go ahead. What's your point,
yeah.
Red Top? Have
My
you reached that
point-
age where I can't get you to get to your point?
The use of the very creative and productive part of your brains is what we do.
Oh,
you
that's
don't
what y'all
do.
do. I got you.
Okay. All right. Now, first of all, congratulations to Donald Trump. Yesterday, he is 31 races out of 31 races.
Yeah, I
He
told
kicked butt
Scott. I told
everywhere.
Scott. Everybody that he endorsed has won so far.
Yes.
I
And,
hope. Wait.
about-
I
Okay.
hope the one here in Alabama. Now he's endorsed a couple of people, but one of them I specifically do not want to win.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second because I want to hear about the Alabama races. First of all, the reason why we're not attacking Iran, and we're not going to do it till next Tuesday, because there are 3 million Sunni Muslims in Saudi Arabia to finish Ramadan right now. And this is why the Arab countries asked Donald Trump, do not attack. We don't want Muslims attacking Muslims during Ramadan, because the Iranians are pure Shia, and the Shias and the Sunnis do not get along. So be prepared for next Tuesday. Might be a really kinetic day, so to speak.
Really?
And today, the arrest warrant for Raul Castro go out at noon today.
Okay, I have a question. Why?
Yes, ma'am.
The man is 94 years old. He's been out of office for how many years? What is the point of that?
The point of that is he has bragged over and over again about this mission where he was responsible for organizing an execution of killing all those health workers on that plane. They're all Americans, from what I understand. And they have audio evidence of that. So
Okay.
he planned a terrorist attack, in other words.
Hmm.
Then
He's
go
got a
get him. I
free
don't care if he's
plane
100.
ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. That doesn't. Raul Castro's nasty, and Cuba is a horrifying situation. There's
Well,
no excuse.
My attitude was he's no longer in control. I didn't realize that he was that the criminal charge was for a terrorist attack on Americans. I thought it was
Yes,
because he used to be in control.
And, you know, this is what's so great calling about this show with Ann, is she agrees with everything I say.
Oh, yes, I always
Where are you going to get that on the street?
Oh,
Come on.
I caught her again. What are you guys going to do about her? She just agrees with me all the time.
Hey, look, that's why you know it's amazing. I mean, if I have to say that's why people don't like me is because I don't agree with them all the time. And you are so agreeable.
No.
So agreeable.
I like saying that because Ann always bragged about how she didn't agree with me on anything, and now I'm catching her every time she agrees with me on something.
Not that I agree with you. I just didn't know that was the reason.
Then we're
wait. Okay. This y'all can help me because no news media anywhere is telling me who in the hell won last night and what percentage of people to vote. Scott told me
we did that the whole first hour and a half of the show.
But I'm sorry, I was working, making money.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
An hour.
I tell you what, you just give us a call.
Please help me out and let me know what the percentage of people that voted, the Republicans.
23.11.
Okay. How come we ain't slamming all these lazy bums that don't get out and vote?
Well,
what's their problem?
I don't know. I can't figure out those people who didn't even vote in the Republican primary.
Well, if you're not a Republican, you don't vote.
Well, who's to say some of them didn't?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Red Top, I appreciate you, buddy. We got to move on.
Roll Tide, go Trump.
Roll Tide, go Trump. Roll Tide.
He makes a valid point, though, about turnout. It is.
He does. I mean, we really can't complain, can we? We allow the other
don't
people.
do any good.
Did I explain? I know. Scott, you talk too much. So think about it. If only half the people are registered to vote, and I guess there's more people, but that's...
There's 3.8 million, and there's 5-something million in Alabama. So it's more than half.
Oh, I thought we only had like 4 million people in Alabama.
No, we're up to 5
We're
now,
up to 5.
because all those people from North
So
Carolina.
it's 75. But when you get to 75% registered, it's harder to tell the story.
Well, not only that, it's probably fraudulent.
Yeah, so let's do half. So if half the people are registered to vote, okay, so 50%.
Yeah.
And then only, in this story, say only half the people show up to vote, which is way wrong because only 25%, 23% did.
Right.
So now you're down to 25% of the people making a choice, right? And then, so if you half that, you're down to 12.5%, which means to win an election, if the turnout was twice what it was yesterday, you only got to make about 12% plus 1 happy, 12.5% plus 1 happy.
Right.
Which means if you half it again for yesterday, 6% of the people are deciding who the next
if you
could theoretically decide who the next person is. So you could tick everybody else off and not care what they think about anything and still be elected to office.
If you go on the Secretary of State's website and look at the actual numbers, not the percentages, but the actual numbers of the smaller races. Now, of course, governor's a different thing. Statewide races are a different thing. The numbers are appalling.
How low they are?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm glad that people don't vote in the races where they don't know anyone.
Yeah.
But look, there were some races this time that I didn't know. I didn't know these people.
Oh, well, if you're not in Montgomery, you're not going to. Since you and I left Montgomery in 2022, whatever year we got.
Oh, I left in 14.
Well, I know, but you still kept up with it.
Yeah. But still, it's like no information.
No.
Like those constitutional amendments, both of them passed.
Yes. One of them, the second one about the DA's pay, was like 58-42.
Right. Well, at least people kind of looked at it like, why are we doing it?
Yeah. The other one was 85% because they want to put everybody in jail without bail and violate the civil rights.
Because what actually can happen is if I accuse you of shooting into a house, then they can just hold you without bail.
That's right.
But you were just accused. You didn't even do it.
That's right.
and people didn't have a problem. And, you know,
Nope.
I had somebody call me, Sky, and say, "Wait a minute now, is this just about guns? So I can use a flamethrower, I can stab somebody, I can try to blow somebody up, I get bail. But you better not be using one of those dastardly guns."
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, feels really good when you start thinking about it like that.
We're taking action. Yeah.
Yeah,
Making
no.
people safe.
That's right.
We are violating the Fourth and Fifth Amendment of the.
Well, that's you know.
Yeah, that's
the way
old-timey
it goes.
stuff made up by a bunch of old racist white guys.
Well, I'm not a white guy.
We'll be back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovering
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back in, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio, the best show on the radio, the best show on the interwebs. Now you can check us out over at YouTube. Yes, Ann. You're on. You can hear. Everything's on. What are you
Okay.
looking at? What are you looking at?
Well, you said you wanted to get to the AG.
I
race.
do. And James was going to be on, but he's off.
He bailed.
He bailed on us.
I'm sorry, James.
We're going to get to the
When people
Reverend
do
right
that.
after we do the AG's race.
Okay.
I'm more
So-
concerned about you being happy and you, Bank,
We all are.
because you could stab me here. Somebody else will have to find me later.
Well, any friend of Red
But
Talk.
you remember, if you stab me, you can still get bail
That's true.
Don't shoot him.
in the state of Alabama.
Don't shoot him. But
Don't shoot him.
you know, I just give up sometimes. I try to explain to people when they, oh well, I think that's a great idea. I said, well, okay, I'm a controversial figure.
Yes.
If somebody wants to accuse me of something,
Mhm.
they could put me in jail without bail, and they all look at me like, well, yeah, you're right, because you probably would be put in jail
Yeah.
without bail. When I have a constitutional right to bail under certain, other than certain circumstances, well, they keep broadening the circumstances.
And then forget the whole thing about speedy trial.
Oh,
I mean, they'll hold you in jail for years.
I mean, what is wrong with these people that they don't understand? They are chipping away at freedom.
Because we are so many generations away from the public understanding of the abuses of a tyrannical government that we don't remember why the founding fathers said, hey, these are the rules, and there's a reason for these rules, and we've lived such a blessed, easy life.
And thank you, Common Core.
Yes, and we just don't know, and therefore we don't really care what the Constitution says anymore.
Because they don't teach the Constitution.
Correct. That's what it is. So, all right.
Okay,
where we
we wanted to do the AG race because, we don't have that much time left. I don't know where today went. But Catherine Robertson has 40.5%, Jay Mitchell 34.4%. So there's going to be a runoff between those two.
Between Catherine Robertson.
Catherine
is it
Robertson.
Robertson?
Robert.
There's a T there.
There's a
Okay.
T there.
And
Yes.
Jay Mitchell.
Yes.
Were you surprised by that race at all?
No.
Where do you think the Pamela Casey votes go? She did a really good job when she came on the show the other day.
If Pamela Casey had the money that these two had, because they had millions, I'm not sure how that race would have gone because Pamela is, you had her on. She's a great lady. She's one of the few DAs that put somebody in jail for voter fraud.
Right.
And that's a big deal to me because I think the whole voting situation in the country has cost us a unfathomable amount of pain and loss of our freedoms.
Right.
By using the machines and people being able to vote, like she said, 9 times. And when she put him in jail, the feds came and got him. So what happened to, and that was during the Biden era. They probably let him out, and he probably went back and voted 9 more times. So that, so Catherine Robertson, I've known her for years, great lady, worked hand in hand with Steve Marshall, great job. Jay Mitchell, super, super sharp guy, smart. And I just think if the money had been equal, it would have been a toss-up.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you. Not at all. So that's going to be an interesting runoff because I don't really know who has what base.
I really don't think they have. Because Catherine and Jay are basically the same base.
Right.
So
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
Is there any other race that you want to know?
Got any questions about any of the other races? I mean, I know a lot of them are more localized.
Yeah,
I guess we'll have new public service commissioners.
Yep. Jim Ziegler's in a runoff with Chip Beaker.
Yep, who was the incumbent.
Yep. We lost Dan Roberts in Shelby County. We lost Jim Carnes.
I think Gentry won that PSC race.
Mega.
Both of them were out of Coleman.
Yeah, like he got like 75%.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was big. We lost Albritton in South Alabama. We lost Matt Simpson to Danielle Duggar. And Danielle is a Tea Party. She's Health Freedom, Common Sense Campaign, the Lou Campanosi group that has just been, I think there's like 4 different groups down there now. She just graduated law school, great lady, a conservative, one of us. That was a shocker. Matt Simpson losing was a shocker.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know Matt Simpson, but you're saying the conservative, more conservative candidate won.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So it was a mixed bag. Of course, Andrew Sorrell won, Young Boozer won. Andrew Jones, unfortunately, won in Cherokee County. It was a close race, but Amy Minton just fell short. Andrew Jones got a lot of that gambling money.
Did he?
Because he was a gambling vote.
Right.
So, money talks in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And that has...
I would love to see someone. I know a lot of these young people do political science in college. I would love to see when somebody do their master's thesis on the correlation between money spent and victories and maybe percentages of the votes and that kind of stuff, and see how we compare to maybe some other states. Like, does the person who has the most television ads and the most radio ads and the most mail that everybody says they don't look at, do they win almost every single time? And is that the case? Because, some of these people are claiming they're conservative. We know they're not. And so is money what makes all the difference? And
sure seems like
I would love to know from a scientific basis if that is indeed all that matters.
Who has the best marketing campaign?
Yeah.
Well,
or the most marketing money.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We did a poll one time, Sky, when I was in the legislature. We ran out with it was negative ads. So we asked people, hey, do you respond to negative ads, right? Everybody said no, I hate them.
No.
Then we ran out with a negative ad and then polled it afterwards. And the same people who were saying no, they don't pay attention to it at all, had changed their votes because of the negative ad. So when people tell you it doesn't work, oh, no, it absolutely works. That's why people do it.
Right. I agree.
We got to take another break. Unfortunately, time is flying. Must be because of y'all's age. We'll be back.
Scott Beason, president of ARP, Alabama Recovery.
Alabama Unfiltered Radio with Scott Beason.
Welcome back in. Let's get out to your phone calls. Has Been is on the phone. Has Been, welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday to you.
Hello. Hey, just for context, I'm in the Montgomery area.
Yes, sir.
I feel, this is just a feeling, I feel like Marshall could have walked into the governorship backwards with a cheeseburger, but he failed for 7 years now, to even do one simple, stinking little investigation on Stephen Reed. And the thought here is in Montgomery is he did nothing to help Montgomery at all.
Oh, I did not. Since I'm not from down there, I didn't know there was an undercurrent of that down there. Has been.
Yes. He never, ever, even if you just investigated one thing and he was cleared, at least we would have felt like something was done. But Reed has been able to just run completely off the chain down here, and nobody cares. But his time is coming soon. The shocker from the election yesterday that I cannot believe,
yes, sir,
is District 60 up in Birmingham. She ran against the mayor.
Gwendolyn Gavan.
Yep, Gwendolyn Gavan. She is
16 years she's been in, and she got beat.
Yeah, the mayor of Birmingham runs the Democrat machine in the city of Birmingham, and that was the lesson learned there. If there was a lesson with Thomas Massey about don't go against AIPAC and the Israel lobby, Birmingham said do not make Mayor Woodfin angry or your time is done. Crazy.
Yes. Last thing. I was pretty sure yesterday at my little polling place that I saw young Boozer kind of moving through the parking lot.
Uh-huh.
If it was him, he's got to change that name.
Yes.
It's got to be Old Boozer now. It can't be Young Boozer anymore.
He's now an old boozer. An old geezer.
That just doesn't have the same ring to it,
No,
though. I don't know if I want to vote for an old boozer, but
Yeah, but the young one. Exactly.
that sounds pretty good.
Hey, thanks, Has-Been.
But, okay, appreciate it.
Good call, man. Great call. Yeah, I mean, young Boozer was pretty old when I was there.
I'm sorry, he's still one of the smartest people.
Oh,
we
he's a
have
brilliant
in
guy.
Montgomery.
I wonder when his parents were thinking about it. I mean,
I'm sure that's a family name.
Where are the boozers from, do you suppose?
I have no.
how do you get a last name like Boozer? You know what I'm saying? Because the story I learned about last names was like, you're the Smiths. There was the blacksmiths.
Right, the Coopers.
The Coopers were the people that made barrels.
Right.
If you're the Boozers.
Okay, my grandmother's name was Alewine, Alewine.
Okay.
And they were teetotalers. But I don't know where that.
What does Alewine mean?
Ale wine.
Ale wine. Okay. All right. Well, maybe they became teetotalers after everybody was like, Grandpappy over here is an old boozer.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
I mean, think about it. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, I don't want to tell that story.
No, you're right.
I had another one.
Okay.
Let's go to Reverend Precipitous. Reverend, welcome to the program.
Well, hello. I need your help. Both y'all's help today. I got a call, and over here at the First Congregational Non-Denominational Church of Commerce, 10 miles in the campground past Hatchie, we don't let any news in at all. You do realize that?
Yes, none.
We marched them out to none. Sometimes we'll cut some things out of your program and let them hear a little bit of that, and we sure don't let them hear about no dominoes from Miss Eubank. Now listen. I got a big problem, and use your detective skills with this, if you know what I mean here, Miss Eubank.
I got my pen ready.
I got a call from a pack wanting to know about my son. You know about preachers' sons, don't you? Mm-hmm. He's a sweet talker over here at Hatchie. Have his tight jeans on and his dyed hair, and back when he was younger, he could just talk any unmarried woman into anything. Anyway, he left to go off to the wartime and come back with some terrible brain injuries, talking of him and his buddies wanting to run for office. Well, I got a call wanting information from him from this pack. They're called the Crusading Americans Betterment Absolute League Cabal. And I didn't want to tell him that he had run off with this Democrat running for governor, ghost chaser up north around the lakes, or that he ran off with this weird denomination, where they find pillars in the side of a hillside, and he become a semi-movie star. And I didn't want none of that to get out to them. So I'm getting on the radio station begging y'all, if y'all hear my son, he has father issues, please have him to come back to the campground where he's going to be all right. Y'all have a wonderful
Absolutely,
day.
Reverend. We will try our best to get the prodigal back to the campground at the First Denominational Non-Congregational Church of the Commons.
Yeah, okay.
10 miles outside of Hertzahatchee at the campground. I think that is where it is. Let's go to Clark.
I haven't been able to find Hertzahatchee yet, so I sure can't find the campground.
Yeah, Hertzahatchee's, everybody knows where Hertzahatchee is, but you grew up in Birmingham.
I did.
You can't find those rural places.
I'm a Banks girl.
Banks girl. There's no Banks girls in Hertzahatchee, so don't worry about it. Let's go to Clark. Clark, welcome to the program.
Hey, Scott. Hi, Miss Eubank.
Good afternoon. Is it after? It's close.
Not quiet.
Good morning.
Close enough. So, Scott.
Yes, sir.
That Second Amendment yesterday, the First Amendment yesterday on my ballot, they should have named that.
What?
They should have called it the J6 Amendment.
Oh.
Ooh.
That should have been the name of it. Accuse somebody of a crime and lock them up until we get around to trying them.
Ugh. Well, that's the way I felt about it. I was not happy.
No. Now, you convict somebody and hang them. I bet they don't do it again.
Yeah.
But, no.
Some of those things are legitimately just because it read, Clark, because I went through the motions in my mind of reading it, and we read it on the air yesterday to let people know. And when it says, "Hey, look, we basically want to keep you in jail if you're firing a gun into a home," and your immediate response is, "Well, yeah, I don't want people that are running, drive-bys. I don't want them back out on the street." Until you begin to think, "Hey, wait a minute. How do you know he did that? How do you know she did that?" So it's really a very accusational kind of thing. Is the police officer standing right there to see who's fired into the home, the office, the train car, the car?
Yeah.
That's kind of a he said, she said. So,
well, hey, think about this. We get rid of that bail thing, and then we get rid of that speedy trial deal. All you've got to have is an accusation. Lock them up.
Right. Well, no one would do that, Clark. No one has ever been falsely accused of anything by a disgruntled spouse. Nothing like that ever happens in this state.
Go ask General Flynn about being falsely accused.
Good point. Very good point.
FBI will falsely accuse you. Anyway, just occurred to me that, they should have had a name for that one. But anyway, y'all keep doing it. You might have somebody waiting to get on, and that's as smart as I can be for right now.
Clark, that's a great point, man. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We might have a little bit longer on the other side. You want to do that, Sky?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll be right back.